At this point, we've made some really good progress on the J10. The bed's off of it, the engine's out of it, transmission's out of it. We have a few steps left before we can actually start laying down some primer. We've got to pull off emblems, take the windows out because we're going to reuse those, and do some body work. There's a little bit on the front fascia, some fender stuff. After that, strip down all the paint and throw primer down on it.
My dentist would be proud. Four-wheel drive. Not anymore. Dang, man. Oh my good golly gosh.
How many feet of fishing line does it take to pull an emblem off?
About 20 yards at this pace. There it is. Come on, baby. Yeah, come on. Come on, cut through that now. Come on, baby.
So I guess that's my fault.
We got it.
So that if we pull it back that way,
We got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got it. This stuff's so old it literally is cracking. It's supposed to be like supposed to be rubber. Well, I don't think it's gonna go in one piece. There it is. So this is supposed to be kind of soft, you know, to accept that window glass. But man, it's just as brittle as can be. UV rays are not cool. That's one vent window. So what we'll do now is we'll get all these gaskets and everything out, these tracks, the seal here, get the glass cleaned up and get it put back together. New seals, new sweeps, new everything. Once these doors are painted, it'll all go back in. Be ready to rock. Can I get it all out at one time? I don't think so. Look at this and see if that's is that a fastener or is that just a pressure fit?
that's a fastener.
Yes.
It's a pin with a spring retainer on it. Let me grab some screwdriver.
Very nice. Oh, you're the man, Lobo. Thanks, bro. That's great. We're glad we got that out. Take both of these up to the rack so they're not hanging out here to get broken.
Would these be better?
I mean, maybe. Yeah, it's probably a little bit easier.
I was thinking about if you use the dead blow to stick it under there.
Just chisel it out.
And yeah, chisel it out, sort of.
It's just if it's cut or not. That's the problem. That's what I'm dealing with.
Yeah. What about if you took the short end and stuck it into your cut, like that, tapped that in, and then tapped it down away?
Mr. Bro. Mr. Bro. And that's why we keep him around.
Remember, kids, always cut towards yourself.
Yes, kids, always cut straight towards your vital organs. Especially with a razor blade.
Oh, dude, this is gonna be ready to come out.
Yeah, she loose. All right, Mr. Bro. Let's get this glass out. If I can just get on in and underneath it. Go ahead and jump up here, Lobo.
Okay.
See how I'm running that seam?
Yeah.
Go ahead and grab that and do the same and just try to release it from the top. Put a hand on the inside and help push out. There you go. Just slowly work your way down.
I see, yep. That works beautifully.
Nice, dude. Way to go. All right.
Should we just set it down and then hop out?
You hold it, I'll get down and then
holding.
I'll do the same. I have it. And I'll pick up so that seal releases off the, well, maybe lay it down. That's cool. Nice. Okay, up and like that. Let's move with it. It's a nice piece of glass.
It is. It's not wrecked. Once you polish it out, it'll be great. Y'all ready? Yep. Ooh. Oh, geez. I just crushed the helmet. I can do this without doinkering it. So here we have a new part that was never in a wreck. Meanwhile, a lot of these parts that are on here, this fender, this core support, and a lot of the supporting material has been in a wreck. So it may look like it's not fitting on straight, but that's probably because everything else is not straight. And also there's a bracing piece that goes underneath that is still on the old one, which needs to get switched to this one. So we're gonna put the safety back into the box.
Okay, cool. So Chad was on the computer. He was kind of talking to our contacts a little bit, seeing if we could source one of these lower pieces of this front fascia. We can't really get one unless we were to get a whole new piece from like a wreckage car or like a junkyard, and that we can't do it verify the integrity of anyways. So we would probably get something similar to this or potentially worse. So we're just gonna put the time and effort to reuse this lower piece paired with the new upper piece. In order to separate these two, they've been spot welded along this pinch right here. So I'm gonna come in with the drill and I'm gonna drill each spot weld until it's weakened enough to be able to separate with a little chisel or maybe just by hand. There's a couple up here as well. And then I will start metal working this bottom piece so it is straight, flat, and true to the truck that we have right now.
Must be something still holding on over here. Right, so there's just one spot welded in this. Yay.
Okay. We have separation. So now it's just gonna be a lot of metalworking this, getting this flange super straight, fixing all the junk and mess I've made over here, which is not too bad. We will actually use most of these holes to put new spot welds into the new piece. Yeah, otherwise it'll just be some straightening and we can reference our mounting points on the car on the new front fascia to make sure that this is all the shape that it should be.
You got your work cut out. Literally. You have to cut it out.
Oh, dang.
It's okay because this is a really easy piece to make. If you can knock a hole in it, we'll just replace it. So it looks kind of... I'm almost take a tape to it first.
Oh no, because you need a whiz wheel to roast off of it anyways.
Yeah, I know.
So,
Like, yeah, literally just pop a hole in there. Yeah, you gotta replace all this stuff.
that's fine, I can do it.
That might be okay. Whoa, mama. Yep.
That was fine.
That's a big one. Our Jeep J10 is completely bodyworked and in primer. We did our stripping down to bare metal, get rid of all the rust, do all of the sheet metal work and dent hammering and roast repair. After that, we did our epoxy primer once the whole thing was sanded down with 80 grit, stripped completely down. Then we blocked our epoxy primer on all the panels. Then we did body work wherever the guide coat showed dents. Then we touched up any little spots with DTM primer and edge primer and stuff like that. And now we got all of our panels, the bed, the fenders, the doors, the hood, all of it is in high build urethane primer. So now we're ready for reassembly, gapping, and then we're gonna bust out the 400 grit, then the 600 grit, and then we're ready for base coat and clear coat.
Marker. Almost did it the other way right after all that.
No, this is how you wanted to do it.
I know. I almost went the other way by accident.
Okay.
What the hell is the matter?
Don't scratch it. All right, ready?
Oh gosh, I made poor decisions just now.
You said what?
Oh wait, never mind. I recovered from my poor decisions.
It's definitely felt like how you get a shoulder injury, is what we just did.
Well, I almost cut off my finger by putting my thumb where the hinge needed to go.
That's no good.
No, it would not have been good.
Oh, I'm touching over here.
Pull on it. I don't think I left them tight enough. You should be able to just grab it and like slide it, you know?
Oh, yeah, what the? Are you just gonna crawl in there and tighten them?
I think we can lift it up without moving them, to be honest. It went down without moving them.
Oh! Oh! It landed right on my knuckle. I pulled it and it went phoom.
Oh gosh, that was all of it.
Hey, that doesn't look bad at all.
All right, what do you say we lift it back up carefully and see if we can tighten them down?
I'm gonna give myself the arthritis.
I might actually.
My meat! My meat!
Arthritis.
I pinched my fingertip.
That's arthritis right there.
I was like, yep, let me lay my finger right there. Boink.
Let me just feel it.
Golly, about made a Tom and Jerry sound.
Now the question is, can I pick it up without it moving?
Oh, it 100% moved.
Okay, cool.
Where's the ratchet?
Right over here. I'm just going to ahead and tighten this side down. At least one of them. This dude. Dang, okay, it's tight.
It's still really tight over here.
Is it really tight?
Yeah.
But how tight?
Too tight.
Too tight.
That actually looks really good.
Looks pretty good over here too.
Our Jeep J10 here has been sitting in high build for quite some time, so now we are sanding it with our 400 grit, and then we'll follow up with 600 grit because we're doing a metallic base coat, clear coat, 2-stage setup. So definitely need to get that 600 grit going long ways down the body lines, so that way all of our flake lays out really good and the paint looks nice. So the whole point of what I'm doing here is trying to get rid of as much texture as possible while also prepping the surface so that way the base coat has something to stick to. Our high build filled a lot of our large, like 180 grit and 220 grit scratches and things like that, but now we have to come back with the 400 grit to knock all of the texture off of the primer so that way when we lay down our base coat and clear coat, it looks really slick.
Oh yeah, cause yep, that fits.
I just finished rust reforming the chassis. Rust reformer is basically, it's a type of primer that has like an acid in the solution, so that when you spray it onto rust, it actually uses the acid to help the primer really bite into all the surfaces, whether it's metal, like bare metal, whether it's like really just crusty stuff, because rust can have like a fine powder to it, it won't actually stick. But with this acid, it's going to eat into that rust a little bit and adhere. That way now we can spray a regular primer over it, and we're gonna spray just a black top coat on that, and it's all gonna stick because we took this step, and we didn't have to take it down all the way to bare metal, which would have been a lot more work. So we're out here by the axle now because I needed to breathe, because I had been chugging toxic fumes, and even though I feel a little floaty, kind of like the clouds in this beautiful sky today, it's probably not the best thing for me, so I'm just taking myself a short break, having some water. Make sure you're wearing the proper protection when you're spray painting, which I do, but I have a big face, so my mask kept falling off and I kept breathing like right at the wrong time. So I'd like spray and I'd come loop around and I'd watch it as my mask fell off, and I'd like, it was dope. So I'm probably gonna be sneezing black stuff for the next few days.
I'm gonna start on the edges because it's always good, no matter what, to see what your material is gonna be doing on a piece that you can't replace or replace very easily or cheaply. So I'm actually going to try to get all this crud, because the seal, you can see where the seal gets up to right here. I'm gonna try in here and just double check, make sure my materials are not gonna harm this glass in any way. It's just a little extra before you start working your way out here and trying to get some of this gunk off. And then we'll do a polish to try to get all that rain etch and everything off. So that looks like it's all inside the lamination. So it'll be what it'll be. But that's where the seal is gonna go up to. It'll be all right. People stick stuff to their windshields. This is what happens. But it's a good way to get it out. Don't do this if you have window tint. It won't work out very well for you because you will literally ruin it all. But this has no window tint, so we're good. That should be nice and clean right there. I don't see any crazy micro slices. So we're gonna go ahead and set forth down this whole thing. Let's get it clean. This is machine polish, and what we're just gonna do is give this a nice light polish. This will help get like the water etch off, and the rain etch and acid rain. It sticks to your windshield, makes it foggy, hard to see. It's a good way to clean your windshield, especially if you can't see out of it. If you come close, you can see there's some slight damage to this windshield already, where the wiper arms and blades were going across. The rubber deteriorates enough to the point where it exposes the metal structure behind the blade, and that'll dig into your glass. Especially on old classics, check your wiper blades. Save yourself a lot of heartache. Simply clean, Krispy Kreme. All right, on to the next one.
Many rattle cans and lots of toxic breathing later, we have a bunch of painted parts. The frame has been painted a satin black. Super cool. It's gonna be super stealthy. It's gonna hide all the parts you're not really interested in seeing. It's just a frame. And it has a coat of rust reformer on it and primer, so this should stick and last for a long time and prevent it from corroding in the future. Similar procedure on this axle. Scuffed it down, a rust treatment, a primer, and then a gloss black, because the suspension is pretty cool. You can let it pop a little bit more underneath, but still something pretty subtle. We got our new 4-inch lift leaf springs here, as well as some shocks and other suspension components. Little baby accordion. I don't know what an accordion sounds like, I forgot, so I can't replicate it, sorry. Short of a few bushings and whatnot, we're really close to having everything we need to put all this rear suspension back together. However, I can begin assembling with what I have today. So we have our 4-inch lift leaf springs in, our 4-inch lift shocks in. All I need to do is tighten everything down nice and snug, throw the wheels on, then this truck can actually be backed out, spun around, and put back in. We can do the exact same thing on the front, blow it all apart, clean it, paint it, put it back together with brand new parts to lift at 4 inches, and it's gonna be freaking sick. So I'm gonna get on that right now. Yeah, it'll come down a lot more when we have the bed on it. With everything else, as you can see, with just my weight, it moves a bunch. And then we'll put the shocks on after everything else is back on, and we can snug everything once it's at regular ride height. So at this point, I just have to bring it out, spin it around, put it back in, start on the same procedure for the front, and finalize some stuff with the front brakes as well, which were just all stock replacements. Because it's a truck, it has beefy brakes, so it'll be fine. Cool.